What's going on, Mike?
Yo, yo, yo.
Just making sure your camera stay
I
on.
think we good. I think we're straight.
Think we
We
good?
starting off the pod correctly.
You know what I'm
Mic is
saying? So
on. Camera is on.
there you go.
We
Something good.
live,
Episode
baby.
225.
All right.
Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download wherever you get your favorite podcast. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching us on Twitter, follow us at Some Dude Pod, JR Bang, might be underscore CHR, Barbershare Network, Barbershare Co. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to talk about. Before we do that, though, mental health check, man. Mike, how you doing?
Feeling good. Feeling all right. I'm all right, man. We cool. I'm all right, man. I can't complain, man. I ain't really got too much going on right now mentally. This has been a pretty smooth week. Last week I was tired and busy. This week is kind of it's been nice and smooth. Um, and then that's it, man. I'm all right, man. I feel good. I don't have no complaints,
I'm
bro.
glad, Mike. This has been a
It's all
long
right.
ass week for me too.
Okay.
It's been a long ass week. Been complaining to the wife
Uh-oh.
about life
Okay.
and everything. I got my voice back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's cool right there. Um, Praying for family.
Okay.
I will say that. No, won't go into a whole bunch of details on that out of respect, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely praying for the family and hoping things improve in certain areas and stuff. Today we're gonna talk about what we always talk about in that thing, but actually today is gonna be a special show. I got my sister-in-law
Okay.
coming on here. Carma Newman has a play that she will be producing. She producing. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Producing a play called Mop Bucket Blues. I had hosted the special, like a special set, special version of it to get people to know the play. Play starts next month, October.
Okay.
So we're gonna be talking about that, talking to her on the show today a little bit later. But before we even get to that, part of the reason why I wanted a mental health check is because you was texting me on Sunday. You was texting me on Sunday,
I'll
Mike.
text you, bang. Look, look,
How you
man.
doing?
Look, man, let me tell you something. I think I've said this on the pod before. I'm not gonna
What's
let
up?
that football team stress me out anymore. My expectations for the Dallas Cowboys are extremely low, so I won't get heartbreak. This ain't 2 years ago, 3 years ago when I was always like, yeah, we're gonna win it. This is our year. Yeah, and last week on the pod, we talked about the game, got to talked about it, and I told you that I was going to be 50-50 on if I decided if I was gonna go or not. And one of my homies who I went to the game with, we talked about going to the game, and I told him last week, I said if they don't beat the New York Football Giants, I'm not going to the game. And then they end up beating the Giants barely. And I was texting you through that, and I had told you I was like, "Yo, I'm thinking about going to this game, but I'm probably not gonna go now because this is a disgrace. They can't even beat this football team. They let Russell Wilson throw for 400. You let Russell Wilson have a career night on you, and then he gets benched the next week. What does that tell you about your football team? Like, that means anybody can get up on y'all, and that's exactly what happened. I end up going to the game, getting tickets to the game. Went with my homie Chris. We were in Soldier Field, and I was texting Bang early because the bullshit was happening early.
Early.
Nonetheless, I'm not gonna take anything away from the Chicago Bears. Congratulations to them. They got their first win of the season. Caleb Williams had a career day. 4 touchdowns, no turnovers. He looked good. The Dallas
Offensive
Cowboys,
player of the week. He
offensive player,
offensively
absolutely.
NFC offensive player of the
That's
week.
what's up. Congratulations to Caleb Williams. The whole city of Chicago got free glizzies at the Wiener Circle because he threw 4 touchdowns on the Dallas Cowboys. So that's what's up. I mean, if you was able to, get a free glizzy, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to you. I saw the line was forming at 7 a.m. People were trying to get hot dogs at 7 a.m. in the morning.
White people getting cussed out by folks. Have you ever been to the Wiener Circle?
I went to the Winter Circle a long time ago. I'm aware of like how the atmosphere is in there, so it's pretty unique. So if you've never been, you know, and you want to experience some different type of customer service, I'll say the least.
I have a great story about the Wiener Circle, by the way.
So if you
Actually,
if you're interested,
that's the same night. Me, my cousin, had scooped up one of the homies that we went to ICB with.
Okay.
Who threw a brick in a girl's car window in the parking lot. Yeah, shouts out to Mike J. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We went to a spot. I got bottle service. Walked out of there slapped. Wiener Circle was right down the street. And my cousin was like, y'all, this is disrespectful service. Hold on, I'll be right back.
So he wasn't aware of how it was going down in there.
I was aware, he wasn't.
All right, cool.
Like,
go ahead. Proceed.
He said, I don't like this disrespectful service, fam. I'll be right back. Tell me why he ends up in the goddamn where they cooking the food and shit at. I look up, he's here. Here, man, you have a nice day. Like, why are you handing out the people food from here, fam? It's like, yo, they don't deserve this service. He's drunk as hell. And somehow, some way, conversation got a little bit vulgar with Mike J and a couple of people. Why does he pull out and put on this girl back? And they were all excited. They was like, look at this. They like, I was like, yo, this is the most random night ever. So we get our food, we leave. My drunk ass steals a chair from one of the restaurants by the Wiener Circle and run down the street while I park at, throw the chair in the back seat, and we all drive off. I wake up the next morning, and my father was like, yo, why you got a green lawn chair in the back seat? I said, man, I don't know. But yeah, that's my Wiener Circle story.
You gotta love those kind of
oh man.
You gotta love those stories.
Mike, we older, we got kids, we have families, we have wives. Sure. Do you miss those random ass crazy ass nights?
Bro, I think about those random nights all the time. I've had a couple. I have a couple drunk stories of my own, bro. Like yes, absolutely, bro. Like, you know, I always reminisce and just think about like how fucking crazy that shit was, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, those are the memories you love to keep, and those are the memories you'll never forget. So absolutely, man. You know, just knowing I'm happy that I was able to go through that. No regrets, bro. When you think about shit like that, you be like, man, I was dumb and stupid and whatever, bro. But I don't regret none of that shit, man. I'm like, whatever happens at that time, it happened, bro. But I don't never think twice about any type of wild, random experiences I had, especially under the influence. So, you know. So that's what's up, you know what I'm saying? Good. That's a very wild story though. And not going into the Wiener Circle, not knowing the type of customer service that you were going to experience, and then you was like, that shit is funny as hell to me.
Like, we didn't know. We just thought there was some angry black women in the back.
Yeah. So
why is these black women so angry? Like,
yeah.
You ain't never been here before?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, they cussing folks out. Mm-hmm. But nah, I do. I can't wait till Trey gets a little bit older.
Yeah.
So I could tell him a tad bit about some of these nights.
I need to know the reaction from Trey.
Well,
I need to know the reaction from any type of bang story.
So for some of the stuff that Trey knows,
yeah,
Trey looks like, huh?
Yeah.
How? You know what? Don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry about it, bro.
Don't even worry about it.
That's exactly what I imagine his reaction
but
to
you
be.
see the gleam in his eye.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You see the gleam in his eye.
That gleam of
Like,
like, all right, I'm interested, but
no, it's the gleam. Like, I can't wait till I get this.
yeah,
Do this.
yeah.
I can't show him, but I
Okay.
can't wait till I
Are you telling me
get
you
to
did this?
did
Okay.
this.
Mental note in his head.
But it's just hey, that boy the king of mental notes.
Okay.
But also one of the things, I wrote I gave my son like a 5 minute heating session yesterday. The wife said he looked like Radio Raheem. I had to let him ride. And it was messed up because I told him get
Who'd you
get
do this to? Who you did this to?
Dre.
You did this to Trey? Okay.
Hell yeah.
You was lighting them
And
up,
now I
huh?
got to show him. Now I got to show him certain parts
Yeah.
of Do the Right Thing because he can't watch all
Yeah,
of
he
Do the
can't
Right
watch all.
Thing.
He can't watch all and do the right thing yet.
Well, he can't watch the Rosie Perez.
Scenes,
It's
absolutely.
hot in here,
Yeah.
but he can see Radio Raheem hit folks with the love hate
Yeah,
because
for
that's
sure.
what his ass was looking like yesterday with the shorts and shirt he had on and the shoes with the socks and that thing. He looked like a mixture of Radio Raheem and bugging out. Like his body shape is Radio Raheem, but his hair is bugging out.
With these
Just to put my
hands,
brand new Jordans.
with these hands, Kane iced his brother. You know what I'm saying? D motherfucker, D's. Learn English first.
But nah, man. Hey, talking about this Bears game real quick.
But yeah.
Oh,
But to answer your question, my mental health is okay. That I was upset that I kind of like went to the game because I told my homie, I was like, I knew what was gonna happen. I predicted the Bears winning, and I predicted the Bears winning in extreme fashion. You know, I was flabbergasted at what the Cowboys were doing. They had CeeDee Lamb out there playing running back. He gets hurt, damn near has a season-ending injury because y'all out here running halfback dives with our $100 million wide receiver. Like, what are we doing? Like, so it was a disaster for the Dallas Cowboys. But bang, I don't mind you know what I'm saying, expressing how you felt about the game and bigging up your Bears because hey, I'm happy for y'all. It was cool. It was a good experience. Almost got into it with a fan up in there though, low key.
Talk
Okay.
about
Before
this.
I let you speak, I always said anytime I've had interactions with Bears fans in the past, this was like I used to be an asshole, and I turned into like an asshole at this moment with this Bears fan. He was sitting like 3-4 rows in front of me. So it was a play where Dak, there was a flag thrown and Dak got hit at the knees.
Yeah,
so
that was the
they flagged unnecessary roughness.
Grady Jarrett
Yeah.
got the 15
So
yard.
the crowd was like really upset about it. The game was already out of reach. The game was over. So the crowd, like the couple of the guys that was in front of me, they was like really upset about that flag. So I was like, I'm looking at the play and I'm like, this is clear as day. So I kind of yelled out. I was like, hey, y'all are gonna win the game, bro. Relax. It's a clear penalty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got the game. The game is won. And then the fan said something, bro. I don't even remember what he said, but I got triggered immediately. And then I said, hey man, act like y'all won a game before. Like, I understand this is your first win of the season, but act like you've been here before. Like, like y'all doing way too much over this flag, and it's a clear flag. And then the fan says something else to me, and then I was like, you know what? I can see why y'all act like y'all ain't never once. I said, he said something, and then I was like, yo, y'all just lost to JJ McCarthy like in one quarter. I said so. I had got real mean, and I said some wild ass shit to them. And then the fan, this is where I had to stop right here the conversation because the fan he obviously ain't a real fan because he was like, yeah, y'all about to lose to Caleb Williams. I'm like, well, hey, bro, like that's y'all franchise quarterback. So why would you say that in that context? Because it's like you're saying it like Caleb's a bum or something. So you don't believe in Caleb Williams, but y'all literally lost to JJ McCarthy, who's an unproven rookie. Like so I was just being petty, and then he called himself being petty back at me. But I was loud though. I got loud. I was kind of pissed. So,
Like
but
security ain't walk over like homies.
no. Oh, it was one more thing that happened at the Bears. Hey, oh my God, this dude fell down. So me and my homie was sitting in the aisle seats. This dude had to be drunk, but he fell so hard, bro. I'm talking about. I thought he flipped down the stairs, like going down those stairs. He had the trip and he fell so hard, bro. But I was chilling because I was kind of drunk myself, and I was just chilling. I'm like, dude, you all right? But he got up though. But I know he feeling that shit right now, bro. I never seen anybody fall going down the stairs because his ass could have rolled like all the way down to the end of that section. So yeah, but other than that, man, the experience was cool, man. I always love going to Soldier Field. I've been to that's my second Bears Cowboys game at Soldier Field. The first one was in like 2013. It was like really cold. The Cowboys won that game. That was like the Brandon Marshall, Jay Cutler era, I think. Something of that nature. I can't remember. But yeah. But other than that, though, it was cool, man. Got into it with a fan, but it was all good, man. The Cowboys lost. But give me your how did you feel about the game, Bang? Well, tell me, what did you like? What didn't you like? And what do you see going forward for the Chicago Bears? Because I see nothing in the future of the Dallas Cowboys.
Really enough, I love the fact that they didn't score on the first drive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love the fact that they got that out of that system early.
Mm-hmm.
The flea flicker, DeAndre Swift almost messed that up.
Yeah.
He didn't even acknowledge that on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good to see not only trickery, it was good to not only see trickeration. It was also successful trickeration. What I came out feeling the best about is the defense.
Okay.
Like, because I told you on here, I was expecting a shootout. I was expecting like some 35-28 shit.
Me too.
Right?
Me too.
I was expecting them to go back and forth. I was expecting no defense whatsoever. So understand what you said and everything, but for a team to score 41 points against the Giants and have a pretty decent game against the Eagles, I was a little worried about the defense, really.
Yeah.
So the defense really, holding them to 14 points, and that last touchdown didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So them holding the Dallas Cowboys, where also like Chase Daniel and others were saying, like if you look at tape, Dak Prescott is playing the best at the position out of everybody in the league right now. So seeing all of that, hearing all of that, and the Bears only allowing 14 points, came out feeling good about the defense. Where the defense, and the Minnesota game and J.J. McCarthy out here looking like he's going to be a 15-year starter in the NFL. The blunder with the Detroit game. It was good to see that the defense stepped up. They play with energy too.
Mm-hmm. It was rocking. It was rocking in there, man. It was rocking. It was rocking. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like, I think when teams play the Dallas Cowboys, bro, it's like a different type of animal comes out of certain teams. Like I think NFL teams really do take offense to the Dallas Cowboys being called America's team and them being so popular. And I think teams go in really gunning for the Dallas Cowboys and they're never ready for it. Like, so, it was good. It was cool to see the Bears play well like that, man. I have no issue with the Bears. I like Caleb. I like Rome Odunze. I like him. He scored. He's on one of my fantasy teams. So, I'm a fan of his as well. The one thing I would like to see, bro, I would like to see them like, I think y'all, this is just my personal opinion. If y'all are really like on that, trying to like build and get some more pieces, man, I think y'all got to unload DJ Moore. You can unload DJ Moore. You could get some younger motherfuckers for him, fam. Like, I don't like, you could get some a pick or another like young player.
So about Kansas City should call? Somebody
should call and inquire about y'all will be doing yourself a real service if y'all unload DJ Moore, because y'all will get something for him. Because I honestly feel like DJ Moore is in a because I think Rome is the guy. I think Rome and Caleb are really gonna I think they're going to be like this, and like he's going to be the guy. And DJ Moore has always been like, the quote unquote number one receiver. So I honestly feel like you'll be doing him a service and your team a disservice. I mean, a service if you just unload him and put him in a situation where he might be ready to win type shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just an opinion from a casual football fan, not a casual football fan, but from a football fan perspective. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, though, like, I like what the Bears are doing, and I see the upside for the Bears. I don't see the upside for the Dallas Cowboys.
Look, I said I said on I ain't gonna hold you. It feels like that Rome is your number one, Luther's your number two.
Yeah.
That DJ, you can move on there.
Yeah.
I feel like Ozzy Trapillo. I feel like there's a lot of red shirting. Colston Loveland, even though he got hurt his hip in the game, I feel like he's already commenced replacement, right? So I feel like offensively they've already gotten some people where when 2026 comes, it's like, all right, do we really need y'all? However, no, you going up against the Raiders coming up. One of the things I said on Monday morning, when I ain't gonna hold you, was you go from going up against the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys is might not be a charter franchise, but it's the most iconic franchise in the NFL. It is the most valuable franchise in all the sports. And you're right, people get up for that. You got to do that same thing when you go up against the Raiders too. Raiders are not a charter franchise; they're a charter AFL franchise, right? But they're one of the more iconic franchises too. And that stadium is beautiful.
Okay.
And that stadium is pretty. So and the Bears travel well. Like Bears gonna travel well. So
oh, absolutely.
It's gonna be a lot of Raiders fans. It's gonna be a lot of Bears. It's a lot of Bears fans in Las Vegas. Period. Right. So with Caleb winning Offensive Player of the Year, the team looking good. What I hope is they don't come out and they lay an egg. What I hope is they don't come out and just jag.
Yeah, offensive player of the week. Offensive player of the week.
Yeah, offensive player of the week. I say a year. My bad. Look at me being optimistic. NFL offensive player of the week. I hope we see a continuation of that. Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, saw some growth there. Caleb didn't get sacked. How the hell he didn't get sacked, Mike?
Dude, because the Dallas Cowboys defense is all around ass, bro. We have no type of you don't have any type of pressure on the quarterback at all. You don't have anybody that's capable of bringing that type of energy. I mean, you had one player, but he's gone. That's another, we've already spoken on that. We've moving on from that. But you don't have, it's just the Cowboys defense is just overall just can't do anything. They can't put pressure on the quarterback. They can't stop the pass. They have nobody that can cover. Trayvon Diggs is continuously every week getting cooked. And then you signed Deron Bland, you give him an extension and he hurts himself in the first game. And so he's out. That's your cover guy, your other cover guy. So there's really nothing shaking on the defense, G. There's nothing happening. So there's no hope. The only hope for the Dallas Cowboys is that they go out there and outscore everybody. That's the only way the Cowboys are going to win football games. If they're going to outscore everybody. Literally, their best player on the team is Brandon Aubrey. And he hit a 50-yarder in that game against the Bears. It was easy. But other than that, that's it, man. That's why I'm not excited for nothing. They got the Green Bay Packers coming up this week at home. You know what I'm saying? You got Micah coming back to Cowboy Stadium. And, hey, I don't know. And you have no CD Lamb now. CD Lamb is possibly going to hit the IR.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
I don't see this. I don't see the season ending well already.
So y'all missed that, huh?
I predicted them to win 9 or 10 games. I don't see that anymore. Like week 3, going into week 4, I don't see the Cowboys winning too many more football games.
Damn, y'all missed that. Y'all missed Micah that much, huh?
I don't know if we miss Micah that much. I don't know how impactful Michael Parsons would be to the team if he was still here. But I mean, so far it ain't been good. The defense looks atrocious. So I don't know. I miss Micah. I loved Micah. I had no problem with Michael Parsons being on the football team.
Y'all not even doing a video tribute, fam.
That's he don't deserve no tribute. Not no disrespect to him. He's at 4 seasons. 4 seasons. I mean, come on now,
fam. Cats be getting goddamn video tributes for anything right now. Jack.
See, that's the problem right there. It's too many. The bar is set too high for tribute videos where motherfuckers get traded or released or whatever. They move on from a team. Why does Michael Parsons feel like he needs a tribute video? I don't think Michael Parsons is, he ain't tripping on no tribute video. And I don't think he needs one. Like, I don't think you need to waste 60, to 90 seconds with a tribute video for a guy that was on your franchise for 4 years. It's not a big deal.
Man. Some Dude Pod, we're getting ready to have a conversation with the ladies of Mop Bucket Blues.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Talk about that. I see Carma in the background getting set up. It's funny watching people get set up. And being that she family, I'm just going to pull her up as she get ready. Because I saw her just like...
She making sure she right. What you mean?
Right.
This is live. This is live.
I was waiting for the text like Tifa's. If I got everything right.
Yeah.
That's what I was waiting on.
I can't put out business on the streets like that.
Hey, it's out there. How the kids doing? I hear him.
Oh, you can hear me?
You hear me? Yeah.
Sad. I can hear you.
You can't hear me? Did you select the mics?
I did.
Do I have to? Do I have to drive up to
I
go?
think I got it
make
together.
Sure you straight.
I mean, you could. That would be nice, but I think I got it. I think.
Okay. So you're on the delay. You're on the delay. So when I stop talking, Landon, what you doing? What you want, Landon? Did you let Trey know what you want? So we're gonna bring up LA in a second. I see her trying to get ready and everything. Landon, don't you touch that. Go tell your brother. Go tell your brother, your mama. Like, for anybody who just new to this podcast, who ain't new, they know I be yelling at my kids throughout the podcast. So that is nothing. Landon, go ask your mama. Or go ask Trey to get. You say you want some chips, right? Go ask Trey. I love my kids.
Plug this up in there for me.
But why you getting set up? How my family doing over there?
Everybody's good. Trying to be, at least. Bella's good. She's my camera crew.
Oh, that's
she
what
right
I'm saying.
here. She's my camera crew.
She getting paid?
She right here. She definitely getting paid.
Get around the camera, Bella.
This girl. Say hi. Hi. Oh, she go. Hello. Why are you leaning?
Because they don't have any foot space.
Okay, there you go. Now you got some foot space, so you can say hi.
Hi.
What's going on, Bella?
All right, bye. Say hi. Bye.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this part of the show started today. I see LA is getting set up. Once we get the go ahead, once we see the thumbs up from her, we'll be all right. But Mop Bucket Blues is a play coming to the ETA Theater next month. And my family, my sister-in-law, and one of my favorite people who loves to put me in my place, Carma Newman is here to talk about it, along with her counterpart, LA Holts. So just waiting for her to get her camera set. There we go.
Hey, we're here.
Hey, y'all. There we go. I was waiting because I'm seeing that, so I was wanting to wait. But we got LA Holts in here as well. How y'all doing, ladies?
We are awesome. Well, I'm awesome. How about yourself?
I'm good. So
I
Bucket
Mop
Blues
Bucket Blues
is coming
is
in October.
coming in October.
Tell us about it.
Tell us about it.
Yes, Mop and Bucket
Yes, Mop
Blues
Bucket Blues
is going to
is
open at
going to
ETA,
open at ETA,
and we are
and we are
ecstatic
ecstatic
about what's going
about
to be going
what's going
on
to
with
be
this
going on
particular
with this
play.
particular play.
Are you guys getting an
Are you guys
echo?
getting an echo?
Yes, we are. You
Yes,
want to
we
go up
are.
in
You want to
there,
go up in there,
and I think
and
it's
I think it's
the. Hold
the.
on.
Hold on.
You want to go up
You
in
want to
there
go
and
up in
change it
there and
from
change it
echo.
from echo.
Take the echo
Take
off.
the echo off.
Oh, there's an
Oh, there's
echo.
an echo.
Yeah, echo
Yeah, echo
cancellation.
cancel.
There
Okay.
you go.
Okay. Great. All right.
Ah!
So thank you. Mop and Bucket
Oh, you
Blues.
sound good.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Karma, I can't see you.
Yes, you can. She's right
You
there.
can't
She
see
dark
me?
skinned.
I
I can
can't
see
see
you.
you.
You
You
dark
know
skinned. I
what?
can see.
You tried it.
So
I can see you very well, Karma. I see you right there. Look,
I
right
know
there.
you
Boom.
can, and I don't have on any lights. Thank you
right,
very much.
like
You better.
her box is black. It's like blacked out. What is what I'm looking at?
No, LA, that's her. I see
Is
her
it
very
because
well.
my phone is horizontal? Should I make it
N-
like
Nah, you should just go back up in
vertical?
there and change your camera settings to turn it on, or come back in and come back out and come back in.
It
We're gonna
could.
talk to LA. You leave out and then you come
Oh,
back
okay.
in.
Okay, great. Okay.
So
Okay.
LA, talk to us about the play. What's the inspiration?
Yes.
All that.
Okay, so my inspiration, I wrote Mop and Bucket Blues as my thesis for my master's degree. And a year later, it got picked up at ETA Theater. That's unheard of. If there are any playwrights, it takes years to get your work picked up to actually have a run at a theater house. And so I'm super excited about it. The inspiration actually came from my parents, specifically my dad. I grew up watching him coach and be an athletics teacher and a gym teacher my whole life. He was in the CPS school system. He worked at several different schools, and the inspiration from the story came from some of the situations and how my dad really cared for the kids and wanted to see them win in the inner city Chicago schools that had basically some even been forgotten basically. So I tell the story through the eyes of the janitor JJ. There you go. Hey Karma.
Hi. So you guys
Her,
can see me. Can you hear me?
yes,
Okay.
see and hear. Perfect. All right, so I'm just
Perfect.
letting them know about Mop and Bucket Blues and the inspiration behind it. Being my dad,
Okay.
being a gym teacher, and in the athletics, also a football coach. And some of the things that I saw growing up as I was on the other side in the arts is that a lot of times the inner city kids were neglected of funding. They were dealing with so many other issues. They might not have been able to concentrate on their sport. And my dad was one of those pioneers that would not only help the kids, specifically the young men, but he would also then get them in front of my uncle, David Holts, which was one of the head trainers at Jackson Mississippi Valley State, and my dad would get some of my friends scholarships for athletics, and so that was really the inspiration behind Mop and Bucket Blues, and it's a metaphor for the janitor and the coaches and the music teachers to get in the crevices of those hard to reach places and those forgotten places so that they could clean up the school one issue at a time through the arts and through the athletics. And so that's what Moppin' Blues is about.
You talked about playwrights and ETA and how that's unheard of. Talk about the importance of ETA theater, because when we met, like I ain't the most artsy person, you know what I'm saying, but I got so much of an education when I had hosted the event for you all. So talk about the importance of ETA theater.
Yes, we are so excited to partner with ETA Theater for this production. ETA Theater is a staple in the east on the east side of Chicago. It's been there for well over, I would say, 60 years. And it is a place where Black voices can be heard telling Black stories in a way that there's no censorship, in a way where it is coming from the heart and it's authentic and it's real and it's raw. And I actually started my professional acting career at ETA Theater. So it came back around, a wheel and a wheel. Basically, I was coming out of high school, and my parents allowed me to take a year off before I began college to do professional acting. And ETA is where I began. I went to the auditions. I got the part. I was one of the youngest professional actresses that didn't go through their acting classes, and I've stayed with them for a few seasons. All while still, I went to college the year later, but I still stayed with them for a couple more seasons. I did the main stage plays and the morning shows, which were for the schools. And I can say that ETA was very instrumental in molding the confidence that I have grown up with being in the creative and performing arts sector. I'm very grateful for ETA. Abena Brown, which is one of the founders, she's gone on, has passed on, but she set that heavy foundation for young Black voices to not only explore the arts, but have a say so in how we wanted to represent the arts. I also grew up under Renako Jai, which was the creative director at ETA for years, and he definitely had a say so in how my creativity was molded, and so I'm very grateful for ETA Theater. It's a very important staple in the Black community.
Talk about the arts for Black folks real quick. I think when we look at schools, you don't see a lot of it now. People are taking music out of schools. You damn near got to go to the suburbs to see anything arts related. Like, like talk about the importance of being able to have a play like this to get the community involved, but also children being able to see this and really being involved in the arts.
Absolutely. I'm going to just answer a little bit and then pass it on to Karma because she works directly with the kids in the schools. But it's very important. This is one of the reasons I wrote Mop and Bucket Blues, because I wanted to shed a light on the lack of funding in inner city schools, specifically Chicago, for the arts and for the athletics. For me, growing up in school, I had access to the arts. I was born and raised in it. I've taken private vocal lessons since the age of 12. So I sing opera. I've played the piano. Uh and all of the things that come with the arts was because I had access. And what you just said, Bang, was very important because you have to travel now. You have to actually put forth the effort to find creative arts in the inner city schools because of the lack of funding. And it's really important because that's an outlet for our kids, and that's what the play talks about. It talks about the arts is used as an escapism. The arts are used for the kids to be able to express themselves and release that stress and the anxiety and the things that they go through on a daily basis. And so it's really important to have arts in schools. A lot of times the politicians that may not be in the performing arts, they don't sometimes understand how important the arts are for our kids. um the arts save lives, the athletics save lives, and it gives kids hope. There have been studies shown that children that are in the arts and have access to the arts, they have higher test scores, they have greater attendance, they are more emotionally stable, and they don't have crash outs, if you will. And they have things to look forward to in school. So to answer your question, the arts are extremely important.
Okay. Let me.
Go
Oh,
ahead,
I'm
Mike.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Talk about like the talk about like what some of the things that goes into putting together a play. I want people to hear all the dirty work y'all do behind the scenes, because what like what goes into putting together a play.
Yes. That's a loaded question, sir.
And I know
Okay.
I think you kind of touched on it a little bit in the answer you just gave. So, but like if for the people that don't know, like what
Yes.
goes
Oh my
on.
goodness. You're okay. So the first thing that any production has to start out with is the actual script. Unless it's an improv theater. But let's just talk about Mop and Bucket Blues. You start out with first the idea and the concept. And me, I'm privileged to be the writer and director, so I have an insight that some may not have. And so based off the script, you start planning out how you're going to execute your script. And so the first thing you want to do, like myself and Karma, we partnered up because I believe that this is the season for collaboration and for working together in teams. Okay. And so I brought her on as my partner because she has the insight in the production. She's one of the producers. And so we came together and we say the first thing we have to do is we need to do the auditions. Then we need to partner we need to partner with a theater house so that we can do a theater run and not have to produce it ourselves. And that's really important when you are a playwright and you're looking for funding. A lot of times I've produced my own plays with my own money often, and I may have partnered with someone else to take care of the financial load. But a theater house is a different beast, because a theater house is going to give you the ability to have your rehearsals. uh uh, Karma, we're talking about what it takes to put a production up. And so I'm letting know as we partnered together the steps that we had to take, which is a lot of steps. So
Yeah.
after we partnered with ETA, we did the auditions. The audition process alone was very tedious. Karma, you want to talk about the audition process with us?
Yeah, because I didn't I wasn't able to audition. I was going to
Oh wow, you
Well,
weren't
you know
invited. You
what?
weren't
We didn't
invited.
have a part for you. We
I
was
wanted to
gonna
be
have to
Thug
write you in.
B. I wanted to be Thug number 2.
Wait.
You know, Thug number
We would have
2.
been perfect for the role. The process was, I think the process was actually amazing. We had so much fun. It was a
Yes.
lot of, like, I wouldn't say stress, but it was good chaos. That
Yeah.
controlled chaos, and I love that because that's a part of the creation, right? Creating the
Yes.
whole vision, and watching people audition. Sometimes it's hilarious. Like, you have some funny moments. People trying to sing and people trying to, oh, I'm good for this role, but seeing them best for other roles. So that was, I'm not gonna put nobody's business out there.
So how do you tell somebody they didn't get the role?
Yeah.
Me,
Well, we send out thank you letters, thank you for auditioning email.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then we post who did get the part. So everyone who auditioned, they received that same email with the list of who was cast for what role. And if your name is not on there, then you have an understanding that you did not book this particular production. Yeah.
Hmm.
So after auditioning, then we go into our rehearsal schedules. You have to put that together. You have to make sure everybody is on the same page. You send out you send out a letter to let them know these are the rehearsal days before you even audition. Are you available? You want to do that, and then once we get into rehearsals, you split up your rehearsals. You have full rehearsals for everyone, and then you have breakout rehearsals for one-on-ones and scenes. And then you bring in your music people, your sound people, your lighting people, your stage manager, your house managers, and your set designers, your costume, your hair, your makeup, and you put everything together, and it makes something beautiful.
Okay. Okay.
So chemistry, like as a writer director, people always talk about chemistry and stuff, but when you have people like you have the husband and wife, and here I know Karma's character, her husband is a janitor at the school and stuff. Like when you have those type of dynamics, um, what are you looking for from a chemistry standpoint?
I love that question. I am I am a stickler for chemistry. That is one of my most important things when I cast and when I write. Because I've seen so many plays where there is no chemistry at all. Chemistry, I think, is the most important thing when you're doing a production because chemistry is the difference between an audience falling asleep or an audience believing you. And so for me, one of the things that I do as a director is I start rehearsals early. Some directors don't rehearse 3 or 4 months before production, but I do because by the time you get to the show, everyone knows each other and they're comfortable with each other. And we've gotten out those kinks and the nervousness of meeting someone new that you have to act with. And so I also have chemistry exercises. We just did one last week for one of the other couples that were a little bit timid when it came to them feeling close or not feeling close as a couple. And so I had to do chemistry exercises with them, and now they're believable.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
After like all the people that come and view this play and and take in everything, what is it that you want the viewer to actually get from the play, the message and everything like that?
Sure. The message that I want people to take away is not to forget the inner city or lower income or underserved communities when it comes to extracurricular activities for the kids, whether that be the arts or whether that be the athletics. It takes some funding to run those programs. So in the play, I don't want to give it away, but there is a solution, and it has to do with athletes. And so in the play, I actually wrote a solution where there would be no lack in any of the inner city schools if the athletes would do what I put in the play. So that's the message. I just want people to know, don't forget about the kids that may not have a two-parent home, that may not have a mom or dad that can afford to buy them cleats, or it's just so many little things that add up where these kids are out here depressed and feeling forgotten, and we want to change that.
Okay, so where can we get tickets? How do
Yes,
we watch this? Where can we get tickets?
absolutely. The great thing about Mop and Bucket Blues is we are having 18 shows, and it starts October 16th and it ends November the 6th. So we have 2 consecutive weeks, and then we skip a week because we're in another production, and then the third week we come back for the closing. And if you would like to purchase tickets, we also have group tickets available. We also have senior discounts. And if you have an organization and you want to raise money or fundraise, you can also use Mop and Bucket Blues as a fundraiser. But to get tickets, you need to go to etacreativearts.org. That's etacreativearts.org. And Mop and Bucket Blues will pop up on the website, and you click tickets, and the first day will open up, which is our preview day. That's going to be the 9th of October. That's like a tech rehearsal. And we put that together for people to watch our last tech rehearsal before opening. And from there, you'll be able to choose what day you want to attend and how many tickets you want. etacreativearts.org.
right? ETAcreativearts.org. One more time, ETAcreativearts.org. We're actually playing a little bit of the trailer. In fact, we're going to play the trailer now so you can get an idea of what you're going to see when you go get your tickets. Hold on.
Football is all I got. I ain't got nothing else. I got two choices. Football or the streets. And it seemed like one was just snatched away from me. I don't care where they put me. I'm making it to football practice tomorrow. I feel so torn.
Torn because the very reason why I married this man is the same reason why he sometimes just frustrates me. But I just want my husband to put his table away and just be. You know? Be a father to Junior and a husband to me. I know that might sound selfish, but I'm just not willing to sacrifice my son for someone else's. I know these kids, they need a good man in their life. And I got a good man. Just get somebody else to do it.
The blues. The type of music that plucks the sadness out of black souls and expresses it 4/4, better known as common time. A way for us to get it out. Heads nodding to the sultry swing of hips that have been there, done that. I call it Mop and Bucket Blues. In the right hands, with the right song, and the right audience, change has to come.
This play is more than a stage performance. It's a warning siren. It's a testimony. A declaration that the lives of our children are not disposable, and now stands as a call to action, a mirror to society, and a tribute to every student who has ever felt forgotten inside a broken school system. But Mop and Bucket Blues doesn't just focus on despair. It's also focusing on redemption. That's why we partner with ETA Theater, a historic institution rooted in storytelling, in advocacy, in community.
Some dude pod just watched the trailer for Mop and Bucket Blues at the ETA Theater. Coming up in October. So again, when does the play start? When is the opening day?
Yes, opening day is October 16th. That's on a Thursday at 7 p.m., I believe. And you can get your tickets at etacreativearts.org. If you have a school group that wants to see it, we will have a special showing on November, I believe, the 6th. For schools, we already have a school that has taken up half the theater, so please contact us at etacreativearts.org if you have a school that you want to see this production. The age is ages 10 and up should be able to enjoy this play.
Okay.
And since Mike has a daughter who's involved in the arts, she be dancing, she be pop locking,
She don't pop
she be
lock.
bowling. She don't. I mean, ballet.
She,
What is it?
well, yeah, she. I guess you could say all of that. I'm sure. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. For kids that wants to be involved, like how can they get involved?
Hmm.
Absolutely. We actually are going to start our programs in January at ETA Theater. And I'll be teaching playwriting for adults, but there'll also be a lot of classes for the youth as well. So again, you can get that information at ETA Theater at etacreativearts.org. Karma and I, we also do private lessons for acting, vocal, you name it. We have a course for it. The
Wait a minute.
show is going to
Wait a minute.
run
Wait a
third.
minute. Karma do vocal coaching? Hold on, fam. I'm trying to.
Yeah, vocal.
You trying
Yeah,
to get
she
your
does
thing on?
movement, vocal coaching for actors. So you know how to place your words. Also like for disc jockeys as well. So it people don't understand how intricate the arts are, and even what you all are doing. People go to school for it, as you know, to learn how to speak on the mic. As an example, to take the uhs and the ums out of your vocabulary is also an art. so,
Yes, it
so
is.
yes, absolutely, and not having dead air, etc. But the show is gonna run Thursday nights, Friday nights, two on Saturday, and two on Sunday. And again, we have that special showing November the 6th for schools. And we're going to try to do two shows, a 10 a.m. and a 12. So if you're a school, please contact us via the website.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna put that down.
what's next after this? Do we take this like to other cities, or do we like go right into like starting to write and start producing another stage
Yes.
play? Like what happens after this?
Well, I actually have the TV series Mop Bucket Blues written, and would really like for us to go directly into production for the TV show.
Okay.
I'm not opposed for us to travel with the play, but Karma and myself, along with Victoria, which is my stage manager, and also she's going to probably help produce the TV show. We're going to hit the ground running for that. So I also want to mention that we are still looking for sponsorship because ETA is a nonprofit organization. So if you want to give towards Mop and Bucket Blues, you can do that. Your gifts would actually cover the set design, the set build. I designed the set, but we're going to have somebody coming in to build the set soon. Also, it would take care of printing. It would take care of props, makeup, hair, as well as the sound and lights, just to name a few things if you did decide to give towards this project.
Okay. And that's good that you mentioned that you were going straight into a TV series with this. I was gonna ask you, like, have you done work like with TV and like movies? And I asked like what is kind of like the similarities and the
Yes,
differences between a
sure,
stage play and like doing TV and movies, and like the pros,
sure.
cons, and what do you prefer? So how, if you want to dive
Of
into that a little
course.
bit.
Yes. Well, yes, I've done a lot of work for film and television. If you all want to see my writing work, I wrote a show called The Coleman Show. It's on Amazon Prime. It's streaming now. And when it comes on, my name is at the bottom right of the screen, LA Holtz,
That's,
writer. Um,
plug that.
Plug that.
Yes. So that was created by Calico Coleman, Calvin Calico Coleman, and it's loosely based off his real life with his children. And he brought me in to write it, so I did write all the episodes, and he also assisted in writing some of the scenes, and we had a wonderful time with that show. Some of the similarities. Oh, I also wrote a TV show called The Bond Between Us. That's going to be coming soon, so you all be on the lookout for The Bond Between Us. Karma actually has a leading role in that television series as well. Let's see. So those are some of the things that I've written.
Mhm.
As far as the similarities, actors, it's easier to be a theater actor and having to pull back for film. It's harder to direct a film actor for theater. Because for theater, you have to be over the top sometimes. You have to be bigger than life. And for film and television, you have to stay on your mark. You have to remember not to blow out the mics when you're speaking. You're not always yelling. It's sometimes a quietness to it. It's a stillness to film that doesn't translate as well for theater. So that's some of the differences. The biggest thing that actors love about film and television is if they mess up, they can do a retake. Now sometimes that can be expensive for the executive producers because time is money when you're doing film and
Mhm.
television. However, it's not as much pressure because you know you can get another take. Theater is live. You get what you get, and it's great training because it keeps us as professional actors on our toes.
Absolutely,
Gotcha.
absolutely.
Well, look, LA, thank you and Karma for joining the show today. Definitely excited to see what y'all got cooked up next month for Mop and Bucket Blues at the ETA Theater. And make sure you get your tickets at ETA. Wait a minute, hold on. Don't shake your head. I got you. Look,
Yes.
look, Karma. I
Little
got you.
technical difficulties.
It
I'm so
happens.
mad right now, y'all. Like
Hey,
I
look.
could cry for
I
real.
had
No,
your
you better
back. Did
not.
I not?
Had
Did
your
I not
back.
have her back?
Did
And not
you? I
only
know
She
you
held it
did.
down.
I
She
know
held
you
it
did.
down. She
held it
held it
down,
down.
and not only that, I'm gonna pull a string and take care of some stuff. So just be on the lookout for an email that y'all will get before the end of the week.
Okay.
But while I got you, real quick, tell
Yeah.
us about your character, Karma. Before the camera
Yes.
go out. Tell us about your
So
character.
my character is her name is Charity. Um and Charity is like a um well, she's not just a NFL wife. She's an activist. She does things in her community. She's a does philanthropy, and she also, is a Spelman graduate.
Hey.
I really gets into these backstories for my character. Like character development for me is everything. Like if I can't, and it's only because we have to connect, right? You have to be able to deliver the message authentically. Like you're telling a story, but it you want to affect, or for me at least,
Mhm.
I want to be effective to my audience. And so but you guys can tell when a person is just up there acting, right, and playing around. But so I give a lot to my character. So Charity, I went to Spelman. I met my husband there. He was playing football, and but she is a mama bear. We only have one child, Curtis Jr., and she's a lover. She's a mom, and she's no nonsense when it comes to her husband. She got his back, his front, his side, all sides for him. And I think the audience is going to be able to relate to her in so many different ways. Even I think the audience is going to love her. I don't want to say too much to spoil it, but you'll definitely everybody, at least someone is going to find something about Charity that they can connect to or relate to, or say, yeah, okay, girl, yeah, exactly, me too. I love that energy that the audience gives you. Like they give you that feedback. Some people, they're afraid to talk in theater, but sometimes we need that little, like, okay, like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, we need that
So
sometimes. But
look, all I ask is for a part from me and your man to sing in front of around a garbage can.
oh
We
my
ain't
god.
gotta put it on fire.
Oh boy.
We ain't gotta put it on fire because we inside. But we've sung a lot of songs over the years to
True.
where
This is
we
true.
can, like the cognac song. Like I know he still know the words to the
What-
cognac song. Can we sing the cognac song around the
Remind me of the
fire?
cognac song. Remind me of the.
Where he at? Where he at? Go get him. Go get him. Tell
He
him we gotta
not.
do the cognac song.
He not here.
Damn it!
He not
I'm gonna
here.
sing
He
the
gonna.
cognac. I got you this weekend. We
You
gonna
gonna?
sing the cognac
Okay.
song.
Okay.
Gotta get that cognac. Gotta get it. I ain't even gonna. But look,
Cutting up. You cut up everywhere you go. It don't. He can make a song
and
out
twice
of
on
anything.
Sunday. So look, thank you all for joining the show. Definitely looking forward to it next month. And
October
good luck.
16th. Get those tickets.
I know. Hey,
Thank you.
I'm definitely gonna have to be there before we head to that cruise. So we definitely coming. We will see.
Yeah.
You
You might have to.
Damn.
We lost her again.
I wonder what she was about to say.
No, I said you might have to catch closing is what I said. You didn't hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
We
Yeah,
hear you now.
I'm so sorry, y'all. Like it's
We can hear you.
our fault.
We can hear you. We just
see
can't
you and
see
hear
you.
you, Carma. We dark skinned. We see you.
Cephas, don't start, Cephas.
So look, hey man, look, thank y'all for joining, and we'll be talking to y'all soon.
All right. Thanks for having us.
No problem. Peace,
Thank
y'all.
you, Mike. Thank you, Bang.
No problem. No problem. Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
Mop and bucket blues, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, like, have you? Okay, let me ask you this question before we move on, because I think this is great. It's a great segue. Like, did y'all do any plays at Proviso? Like, did y'all do anything like?
They might have had.
That-
They probably did something, but I can't. That's not to my knowledge, man.
Like y'all ain't had like no.
We
no
did
art,
have like
no
so we had
acting?
TV. We had
Yeah,
TV
TV.
production. They had TV production, and I could never get into TV production class. I hate it. I was never able to get that class on my schedule ever. And they did like skits and stuff, but I can't remember plays though. I think they probably did, man. I honestly, if they did, I don't remember. I remember more of what we used to watch. Like, saying every class had a TV in it, and say TV production, they used to come on. They used to have like a little 15 minutes in the beginning of the day. Like we'll watch them do some, put together some like news stuff, skits of other shit like that. But but I can't remember any plays though. But I can say that, like you said, my daughter, she dances with Maywood Fine Arts, and they have Christmas shows and they have the June summer shows, and they incorporate like it's like they incorporate the acting and the dancing together. So I've always enjoyed that in that aspect. But I can't even remember if I've been to a play, like an actual stage play. If I have been to one, I can't remember. I probably would love to check out a play. Like I wouldn't mind checking out Mop and Bucket Blues. Might have to throw that in put that in the schedule. See if I can find a day that I could go.
So, like we wasn't necessarily like in plays. We had those.
Yeah.
But when I went to Lions Township, like they had a stage, like they had that acting stuff, and they had stagecraft. Yeah. I was like in stagecraft, you build all of like the sets and stuff. And that's also, now I did do the improv show. Now, what's funny is as y'all know, I went to 3 high schools, right? And my 3rd high school was Lions Township. They had improv class. And in the improv class, they did a show at the end of the year. So Lions Township had that 25th year, the class of 2000 class reunion. I didn't go. For obvious reasons, like I graduated from there. That's where my diploma's at. But I'm a prosecute before anything. I need them to find that improv show. I go to YouTube probably every month to see if they uploaded the year 2000 improv show at Lions Township. I think they're doing a disservice because I was in that improv show.
Yeah.
And like I need that. I need that. That tape might be with Cam because when we moved to Atlanta, we had all some of our like tapes and stuff mixed together, so it might be there. But I need that class of 2000 improv show.
Definitely.
I need that for my life. All right, Mike. I know you probably want to ask me about Cardi,
Yeah.
but did you listen to it?
Yeah, I listened to Am I the Drama? I
How
did.
you like it?
I like it, man. I like it. I was thoroughly entertained. I was impressed. I was impressed because I see the growth. Cardi's gonna stay in her lane though. This is her lane. She gonna talk her shit. You know, it ain't really too crazy. You know what I'm saying? If she gonna talk her shit about other female rappers, she gonna let them know that y'all hoes ain't on her level and all of that. She gonna brag, talk about how good her, you know what I'm saying, is and how ass her ass is, all of that. It's all the stereotypes of a typical female rapper nowadays, the things that they talk about. Yeah, it's on here. So if you into that, you'll get a lot of that. But she does get a little personal, you know what I'm saying? She gets into the whole divorce thing, you know what I'm saying, with Offset, and she has songs like the pop records, she got the rap records, she got the album plays like a full diss song, in my opinion. Like it's like she's just taking shots at any and everybody. If you got any type of smoke for Cardi, she has it for you on this album. And it's cool. It's a little lengthy. Cardi has a few songs that I would take off, but nonetheless, I think it's a solid sophomore effort. It'll do the numbers. It'll get the nominations and all of that stuff like that. And I'm gonna try to check the tour out when she slides to Chicago next year. But overall, though, it's a solid album, man. I was impressed with some of the rapping that she was doing on here. Again, not every song is for me. Like, I'm not gonna like every record. Some of the songs aren't for me.
Oh, not every song is for you.
No. Not every song is for me. Some of the it's even the songs where she gets she has a song called "Man of Your Word." That's a song where she she really gets into the divorce thing with Offset. It's if you're going through a divorce or you're going through a breakup, that song is for you. You will probably play that record over. It's a solid record, but I won't revisit that. She has a song with Lizzo. I think that's another breakup song as well. If you're into that, if that's something that's going on with your life right now, you will revisit it. I won't revisit that record though. So that's what I'm saying. It's like they're good songs though. They're cool, but they won't get no replay value out of me. So it's other records on there too that's like that. There's other songs on there that I just don't like. Like I'm just thinking this is a miss. But overall though, I think the album is good, and overall I like the album, and I like a lot of songs on the album, and they have replay value on them. What about you, Bang? Did you give it that one honest listen?
I have not listened to the whole thing.
I understand you're a busy man, Bang, or they just didn't catch your attention.
But from what I listened to, and let me go to the track list. Because I already heard the Bodega Baddie joint.
Okay.
I already heard Imaginary Players. So I was like, okay, I could skip that.
Okay.
I listened to Pretty and Petty.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. This record.
Yep. And of course I listened to the first two songs.
Yeah. Oh, Bang. I don't know what that means.
I'm not gonna listen to those songs again.
Okay.
But Cardi rapping. For what is rapping for her, she's rapping.
There you go.
I can't stun on it. I remember when I first heard Bodak Yellow. Hell, I remember when we interviewed her before Bodak Yellow came out. And I was like, oh no, she gonna be straight. And then Bodak Yellow came out, and I was like, yo, she gonna be straight. We gonna be playing this forever. I listened to the first album, and even though I didn't listen to it again, I was like, yo, she got staying power.
Yeah.
Took a while for it to drop again.
Excuse me.
But if you're gonna drop, if you're gonna take a while to drop again, you got to come out with some quality, and that's what she did. So I ain't mad at the project. I still think Cardi B is the next Lucille Ball. I still think that Cardi B's second act or third act, if you will, because reality, well, fourth, if you want to count stripping. So one stripping, two reality TV, but three being a rapper. Four, I think Cardi B's next act definitely needs to be an actress, and I think she will have about 4 or 5 Emmys for best actress in a comedy series, because I think Cardi is that talented. So I will never shit on Cardi. She already got a Grammy. Again, I think she got Emmys in her future if somebody gave her the right script and gave her her own sitcom and everything. I will say that some of the songs about life for her now was even though it's not for me, I was able to listen to it with a neutral ear.
Okay.
So I'm with you, Mike. I got you. I'm
Hey,
giving
man.
it the
That's
giving it the old
that's
college
cool.
try.
That's cool, man. That's all good, man. I love the intro. I think that's like I love Dead. I like the direction that she's going with. I think Summer Walker actually sounds good on there. I'm not big on Summer Walker. I'm not crazy about Summer Walker.
What did you call her music? You get
We
Madison
call
and
her
Pulaski
Madison and
R&B.
Pulaski R&B. That's what she makes. You know, she
So
makes.
she's still
and
giving us Madison and Pulaski R&B.
it's always the vibes. She says she want to snatch the lace fronts off bitches' heads. If that ain't Madison and Pulaski, I don't know what is. So yeah, the Madison and Pulaski vibes are there anytime she sings. I'm not crazy about her music, to say the least, but she sounds great on the 2 songs that she's on, which is including the intro, which is one of my favorite records. I like the Magnet record, the one where she getting at JT on the second verse. I like Salute. I think Salute is her best rapping performance on the whole album. That record Salute,
Okay.
she's that's top notch rapping from Cardi right there. So like I ain't saying she Nas with it, but like when it comes to actually rhyming and laying the flow, she getting busy on that. But overall though, I think the album is good, man. I think she got something on there for everybody. It's enjoyable. And I think we really just need to leave it at that. And we really got to dive too deep into like, you know what I'm saying, like great album. She got something on there for everybody, man. And Cardi is an entertainer, and she good people, man. Like you know what I'm saying. If you ain't really a fan of just her, just in general as a person, I don't know. You ain't. I don't know. She just lightens up the mood for any and everything, bro. So shout out to her. The album was solid. And I'm gonna keep playing it for a while, and you know, catch me at the Cardi tour. I'm gonna be there.
So I want to close out the show today.
Yeah.
We're talking about what we've seen in the last couple of days when it revolves around free speech.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel was suspended from his show due to some comments that he made surrounding the unfortunate situation with MAGA conservative debater and activist Charlie Kirk. Right. And again, let me just first say we are not about to have a Charlie Kirk conversation on this podcast. But what I do want to talk about, I have a question for you, Mike.
Yeah.
We've been having this, like we've been seeing people have conversations around free speech. In your eyes, is speech really free?
I mean, not really. It just depends. Like, if you're using your platform to speak, and when you're speaking and you think you're speaking freely, you really have to think about like, okay, this platform is owned by this company, which is owned by this company, owned by this company. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has rules, you know, to go by. Like some things you just can't say, or people, or like they may think you can't say it. You know, like we don't expect. I think it's expectations out of somebody who has a show where he can actually speak freely on whatever he wants. But I guess when a certain person or a company or a head of a company thinks that you crossed the line, they know that they got the right to, do whatever it is, any cause of action. And I think that's what happened here, because anybody that does late night talk show, we watch these late night talk shows, and these guys, they're very open and they speak freely on a lot of different subjects that happens, around the world daily, all the time, so it just seems that now, everything is so touchy. It's so touchy, you know what I'm saying? Like with what you can speak on and what you can't speak on. So honestly, man, to answer your question, even though we're said to have free speech, I think it's just certain situations, it ain't really that free. Because there's consequences now. There seems to be consequences to things that people say on their platforms, whether it's on the radio, whether it's on a television broadcast, whether it's on national television. Like we've seen sports anchors get in trouble for things that they say that might be, they might feel offensive, that people might feel offensive to somebody else. So honestly, bang, no, it's not. It's not as free as we think it is.
So, by definition, free speech is the right to express one's opinions and ideas without fear of government interference or punishment.
Yeah.
And it also involves more than just verbal. It's like art, music, and other forms of expression.
Right. Like you said, like Kendrick Lamar is getting sued for making a record. You would have thought that, damn, what part of the game is that? So continue, though. Continue.
And it feels like, and even going back to that, it feels like we've been talking about free speech for over a year now, right?
Yep.
Free speech is not absolute, and it has its limitations, partly when it incites violence or poses a true threat to others in the United States, which this right is primarily protected by the First Amendment of the Constitution. So I has never felt that speech is free.
Mm-hmm.
Partly because if you read the definition, without fear of government interference or punishment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about just the right, and I'm talking about monetary, physical, mental. Like if you look at monetary, physical, and mental, speech ain't free, because who you talking to, you invest time and money in that conversation, probably. If it's work. If it's a debate, you're investing energy. And the energy you give back, too. But if you say something out of pocket, you risking life and limb. See, that's why when people be like, oh, speech is free, let's look at Jimmy Kimmel.
Mm-hmm.
And folks are talking about oh man, he should have the right. Speech ain't free. If you look at the fact that Disney reportedly, allegedly lost over $4 billion during this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Speech ain't free because he said something. They suspended him. People responded back with deleting Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Or ESPN, who just started their standalone service, Hulu. So between all of that, Disney lost. Jimmy Kimmel lost time on his show.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't think what he said about Charlie Kirk warranted everything that happened. But speech ain't free. There's some crazy dude that might come out to see you. We see that now. There are crazy people that's out there that if they don't agree with what you're saying, then they feel like there might be some repercussions from what you say. And this is on both sides. Speech ain't free. Look at Colin Kaepernick. He kneeled He protested. He ain't in the league no more.
Yep.
That's a private entity, the NFL. They can do what they want there. Speech ain't free. That's why you see a lot of players don't say a lot when it comes to certain things.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to put themselves out there. Speech ain't free. Mental health. The mental that might come to some of these things that they say. Speech ain't free. I be telling people, watch what you say on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can debate all you want, but when somebody don't agree with you and you start using words like coon and cussing out people, somebody called me a coon, they're gonna have to come see me, Mike.
They're gonna have to come.
them.
They're gonna have to come see you. And also, anything you type on social media platforms is getting monitored. So when your tweet or your Facebook post gets taken down, there's your free speech right there. It ain't free because you're not allowed to say certain things on certain platforms because somebody's always watching and someone's always monitoring the situation. That just goes back to what I said. Like, we have employers. You can't, if you work for somebody that works for somebody else and you're using your platform to say certain things, if it's offensive to somebody more than how many people, there might be consequences.
Yeah. So if you want to express your opinion about the government, free speech. Supposed to be free speech, right? Don't make the mistake though of thinking that you have freedom of speech elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because when you call people out their name, when you use racial terms, when you're blatantly disrespectful, when you're at work feeling like you can say whatever you can say, a parent to a child to a parent, a family member to a family member, a friend to a friend. People got to stop with this free speech thing.
Yeah.
Because speech ain't free. You can say some things that will cost you a friend or a family member. Unfortunately, you can say some things that cost you your life. You can get into an argument with an op and don't think that op won't come back and find you. Or that op will make the mistake and be aiming at you but hit somebody else. Or don't be aiming, just hope whatever happens, happens. I have never once thought speech was free because I've been around enough to know that words hurt. And you can't think that you can say anything to somebody, no matter how good or bad it is, and don't think that it might not be no consequences. There's a lot of unintended consequences that happen more than the actual consequence. So when I was looking at this Jimmy Kimmel situation, while I didn't think that what he said needed to result in what we got, and if I'm a conspiracy theorist, I'm wondering if everybody is being played right now, if I'm a conspiracy theorist. But you can't say anything about Charlie Kirk and don't think that those people on the right ain't gonna act up knowing that you are left. And the same thing with the left and the right, which all of that shit is irritating in anyway. But there's always going to be somebody that disagrees with what you say. And in some cases, they might show their disagreement in money, time, ending a friendship, ending a partnership, ending a job. So I think it was a lesson to be learned to where speech is supposed to be free when it comes to fear, as you would read, fear without fear of government interference and punishment. But what people got to learn, and I think people will move a lot better and a lot different if you did understand that speech ain't free. You can't just say things about people, places, groups, and don't think that you could just mosey along with your day.
Yeah.
The Kirk thing was very unfortunate. And I'm not even talking about that. Cause that I ain't never seen. Like what happened to Charlie Kirk was some shit that happens in the 60s.
Yep.
You read stuff like that in textbooks.
Yep. You
I
watch.
ain't
You see
never
that in
seen
movies.
Yeah, you see that in movies.
Yeah.
That is wild. And he ain't deserve that at all. And seeing who did it, I would have a lot more to say about that. But we ain't that type of show. We ain't got that type of time. And I ain't trying to get in nothing. Right? Just know they ain't got nothing to do with us.
We
right?
got families. We chilling.
We chilling.
Yeah, for sure.
My thing will consistently be, especially in the world that we live in right now, that speech ain't free because we've seen people get fired from their jobs. We've seen people lose friendships. We've seen family members get into arguments. We've seen all of these things. And Mike, to me, that is the part of why speech ain't free. Because you lose in a lot of ways, depending on what you're talking about. And again, even the things that's well intended can backfire. Like how many times you've talked to somebody and you thought you was giving them a compliment, and then they look at you like, yo, what the hell?
All the time.
It's like, yo, I'm just complimenting you. My bad. And now y'all get into an argument. Now, like that's the part of the free speech that I'm talking about. I could go up in here and be rapping Nipsey Hussle FDT all day long. Can go rap that shit in front of the White House and feel like that I'm not going to be persecuted because I'm exercising my free speech.
Yeah.
But if I were to get on this podcast and say, F Mike B, if I see Mike B, I expect Mike B to ask for an answer to why I said that. And if it go left, that left or right hook is payment from me saying what I said. So speech ain't free to me. It's never been free. It's always come with consequences. I don't live in that world. I don't live in that world where I could go get a stick with a poster board and write some, this is what democracy look like. I ain't living that world. I ain't from that world. The world that I'm from, if I'm walking down the street and there's somebody that I don't get along with, I say something, I can't say, yo, it's free speech. I can say what I want. I ain't live in a world where I can say anything to anybody. I don't live in that world. Hell, I ain't live in that world with the government.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I don't know what that looks like. I think it's more people in the world that don't know what free speech look like than it is that do. Because half of the world ain't protesting. Half the world ain't arguing about politics. Half of the world ain't arguing about why President 45 and 47 ain't shit. Half the world ain't doing that. Or at least the world that I know. Half of the world is trying to make sure we don't say nothing stupid so we don't get involved in nothing stupid because speech ain't free. That's just me. Y'all can, all right, whatever. Speech ain't free for me, Jack. I've seen too many people get hurt over speech
for sure
than I have over anything else.
Definitely.
It's never been free for me.
Definitely.
So,
Well said.
With that being said, Mike, I'm going to freely state that, hey, man, this has been a great show. Shouts out to L.A. Holts and Carma Newman. Some technical difficulties there, but make sure y'all go and get tickets to Mop and Bucket Blues. Support the crib, support the East Side. There is an East Side Chicago.
For sure.
Support two black women that doing their thing. ETA Creative Arts.org is where you could go get your tickets. Opening night is October 16th. This runs into November. Support, support, support. Also, make sure you follow us on everything Some Dude Pod. Mike got the rest.
Hey man, Some Dude Pod, rate, like, subscribe. Search the Barber's Chair Network anywhere where you listen to your favorite podcasts. That's where you'll find Some Dude Pod amongst other great content. At Mike B _CHR at JR Bang. Facebook group hashtag Some Dude Pod. Facebook Some Dude. Y'all already know my Twitter at Some Dude Pod. And I'm Mike B. That's JR Bang. And we'll catch y'all next week.
Yo, it's your girl Night Cal, and this is Some Podcast. We out. Peace.